I put over 40 hours into this one company for like prep work.
Just because you think you're doing well in an interview process, don't give up on applying and stuff, because you never know. Till that PDF is signed, so much could happen.
I needed to ask you a lot of questions. I needed to put a lot of effort into learning the industry.
What do you think actually helped you? Like if you were to give advice to the listeners right now, hey, I did this and this really helped, or I really researched this and this was relevant later. Like what can you give right now that's actually going to help people out? People think this story is fake because he went from blue collar work with no tech experience to landing a fully remote 86K tech sales job in just 9 days. What they didn't see though is behind the scenes, Andrew was fighting for his sobriety and to be a present dad for his son. This story is absolutely real. Let's get into it. I pulled up a clip from when we first talked, and it was you sharing how we met each other. So can you see this? All right, I'm going to hit play just for a few seconds, and then I'll have you give some thoughts.
I came across you, and you stuck out to me as someone like, it felt more authentic than some other stuff. And it seemed pretty clear cut. Like you had people that you had just helped, and you had people that who've been in the industry for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty skeptical. Like I'm kind of like hesitant. Like I like to kind of process things, make sure I'm making the right decision, especially because of my son.
Yeah.
But like I listened to your podcast for about a month.
Okay. So if I told you that within, I don't know, technically like we had to get you set up on Apollo and stuff, but within 9 days of putting your first app out, you'd have an 86K remote job offer. Would you have ever believed me?
Not in a chance.
So it's crazy how, you're the skeptic, which is so fair. Like there's some weird stuff online.
Yeah.
You come across the podcast, we get connected, and then boom, like your life in the past 2 months has changed radically, I'm sure.
Oh, huge. Because all I knew was that like woodworking, construction, tree stuff. And so this was entirely new, and I knew I could do it. But getting in as quick as I did, and with the understanding of the industry that like you provided, I had no clue like that was possible.
How did you cross that bridge? Because I think a lot of people who come across like what I do, they're like, it's probably just some stupid course and waste my money, waste my time. But the skeptic in you, like what helped you get over that?
I think working through a lot of things like how we started this call, like with the sobriety being a key element in my journey, like I had to see that in a lot of ways, like I can learn so much from other people. Like there's a lot that I don't know. And so when I came across you, all the different podcasts that I listened to, it was clear you were helping. And I knew that investing in something like this program is a way to expedite my path, because like the investment always pays off. I mean, you have to make sure it's a smart investment, and that's why I listened to you for like a month and tried to reach out to people who were, had been in your program.
Yeah.
So I felt like I put the research in, and then that was a no-brainer.
That's a good point. And I just want to show this to anyone who's watching this right now. I'm going to share screen again. Something I'm very intentional to do is put all of my clients on LinkedIn. And so if we see, like, if you go on my page, just go here, scroll to the bottom, you'll see recommendations. Y'all, there's 86 plus people in here. And why I do this is so you can go DM these people. Like you can literally click on their profile and go message them and be like, hey, is Jack stuff real? Did it actually help you? What kind of like coach is he? And so, yeah, it's good job doing your due diligence for sure. I'm glad you did that. Can you give us the backstory on you though? Like before tech sales, what were you doing? Why was that not the career path for you?
So right before the industry, I was doing tree service, or I guess the industry switch, which I absolutely love because it's outside. You got chainsaws, big equipment.
I mean, it looks
had a
like you're doing
great
tree
boss.
service right now with your background.
I know.
Can't escape it.
My office is just with where I have it set up
Yeah.
right now. It's better
Yeah.
this way. But yeah, I've always worked with like my hands. I did architectural restoration for, Parliament buildings up in like for Canada's Parliament. Um, Log and timber framing, a lot of cabinets, and honestly, like I liked a lot of those aspects, but and especially in the tree service, like it was a hard decision because I could definitely have seen a career in that industry, but I just never gave myself another option. Like it was always, this is kind of the area that I know I'm good at. This is where I'm gonna be going for the rest of my, I don't know, life. Like I looking ahead, I just saw in that area. And then just dealing with some stuff like sorting out my son and I's future relationship and how that's going to look, how it'll be best to sort up the visits with him there. And then just like a bit of an adventure, like getting sober. It's like there's a lot of opportunities out there. I'm able to do a lot more than I think I can if I put the work in. And I like people, I like challenges, I like growth. Sales seems to be the industry to get into, especially like I'm fascinated by AI, so tech sales specifically. Um, yeah, the biggest thing from the business I was at before was I loved going to have those conversations with the clients and make sure everything's good. If they're looking for any other aspects that they want done on the job, we even did door to door, which a lot of the time, like no one was there or answered, or they weren't specifically down. But when you got someone who was interested and you're drumming up business that way, I love that. So
Yeah.
sales definitely stuck out.
Yeah, in many ways, from the outside looking in, it's like, what is this blue collar Canuck doing here in, AI tech sales? And I just think it's so cool how you have adapted and you've overcome so much in life. Like the sobriety journey alone, that's massive, man. That's huge. And then to go through some family dynamics to make sure that you can still show up as a good dad to your son, and then to make a whole career pivot like this, man. Like that's a lot of change over the past just couple months, really.
Blows my mind. But it's not something that I felt wasn't like I wasn't getting into something that's going to screw me over in the long term. Like I knew I could get this. It was just a matter of
Yeah.
time. And then yeah, the investment with you and getting like diving into that head first, I think made the difference because I could have taken a back seat and bits and pieced together, and it could have been another 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah. And 6 months from now, because you're in the role, you'll be much closer to a promotion than you would be in another 6 months of starting the role. So it's a good point, man. Let's give the listeners some kind of context that I think will help them, because everyone's listening to this because they want to get into tech sales, right? And they're looking at you like, Andrew, how did you do it, man? Like, what am I supposed to go do? So, had you applied at all to tech sales before we met, or was I really the beginning of that journey with you?
You were like the complete beginning. I hadn't really even looked at other jobs. I mean, I had looked online like any positions available, but I hadn't applied to anything. So it was with you that I first actually sent out applications.
This is good to know because there's a lot of people out there who think they want to do tech, but they're not 100% sure yet. There's other online, sales, like work from home. There's other things out there. What was your thought process when it came to that, where you were like, no, I'm all in on tech specifically?
I had just been using, I mean, everybody's talking about AI and using it, like ChatGPT. but seeing how things were going in that space, honestly, like I couldn't think of another area to really specifically dive into. Like I was open to other industries. Like I would have kind of taken whatever, but my focus was tech specifically. Just like that seems to be the most. There seems to be the most room for growth in that industry. Like there's constant innovations. There's all this new stuff with AI agents. A lot of companies are switching to the digital, space. And so as far as like where I'm gonna go, um, seem to be it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the whole fear that AI is going to take our jobs, like tech sales jobs specifically? Because I always tell people, yeah, AI is definitely going to disrupt all of the global economy for sure. But sales is amazing because humans buy from humans, especially when you're talking about thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars of software. You're not going to buy that from some AI cold call robot. Like you're going to interact with humans throughout that whole sales cycle. And I don't know, do you have a perspective on that now that you're in the industry? Like, how would you answer one of your buddies being like, hey, what if AI takes your job?
Uh, I have actually been asked this, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. Like you just don't know. It's kind of hard to jump ahead 50 years from now, but I mean, at least for the foreseeable future, the next 15, 20 years, kind of like you said, that person to person human relation when it comes to expanding businesses, making big deals, investments, humans like connecting with humans. So I don't think it's going to replace, but it's definitely going to enhance. And then it's going to kind of reshape how we look at research into a product before we buy it. I think by far that's the most. I can't see it taking my job
Yeah.
though.
It's similar, reminiscent. I won't say reminiscent. I was a child at the time, but the dot-com boom, where all these businesses were freaking out about like, oh, the internet's gonna take our stuff, but it made all the business run so much better. And for tech sales specifically, all of this AI is coming out. That means all of these new companies are going to be coming out with new solutions. So companies are going to be hiring like crazy. Technology is going to get super competitive, which is a good thing. You want competition in a free market. And so I think AI, to your point, at least for the next 15, 20 years, is really going to help this industry boom even more because it's that prolific of it's everywhere already. And we're only like 2 to 3 years in of everyone knowing what AI is. We're only 2, 3 years in.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more room for growth there. And I mean, specifically seeing just from getting into the company I'm at now and how they're utilizing it, like from compared to what I knew before, like my mind's blown just on this level. And so a couple years down the line, there's only going to be more that comes out.
Quick interruption, y'all. If you need help breaking into tech sales, linked below is an invite to our Breaking into Tech Sales community. In there, you're going to find resume help, LinkedIn help, where to find good jobs to apply to, how to interview, literally everything you could need to go land a great job in tech sales completely free. Go get signed up. Back to the episode. Are you using any AI as an SDR?
I am. It's it's helpful for like quick research. Obviously, like most of it's diving in on LinkedIn and looking at the business page or searching like how they come across online. But um, yeah, I like Chat GPT is helpful. It's not the main focus of like the tools that I use, but it's there.
I at least for my business, and it's a bit different, but 3 months ago, I decided to go all in on AI. And before that, I had hardly been using it, like here and there to come up with like funny jokes to tell my wife. Like seriously, I was not thinking of it as like a business tool. 3 months ago, though, I spent a whole day programming ChatGPT with my business, with what we do, who we are, all the resources. And ever since then, man, 3 months ago, ever since then, I have been in ChatGPT on average 2 hours a day for my business.
Yeah.
and it's radically changed what I'm doing. And so I can imagine as you get more comfortable in your role, because you're only a few weeks in, but imagine you're 6 months in, there's probably going to be a lot of room to outsource or optimize or automate some stuff that you're doing day to day.
Yeah. Oh, there definitely will be. I'm still kind of getting used to my flow, I guess, because there's been a lot of like new, okay, learning this, learning this, learning this. And so getting a system in place, like I can feel that base is building. But as far as fully utilizing AI for, you know, purposes that'll help me, like I know I can definitely get more. I just haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about you getting a freaking job offer in 9 days. So, was this the only company you were in an active interview cycle with, or did you have other ones? I think you had Deal was one of them. Did you have others though?
There was some back and forth, but it was pretty early on. And so I kind of put all the focus in on this one. So it was actually the only active interview process. Like,
So you went one for one.
yeah, they were like one of the early. I had sent out some applications before, but they were one of the first ones. And then that was like the first experience that, like, okay, what's an interview process going to look like in this industry? So I remember talking to you, and it's like, well, just, dive in hard, get a good foundation, and then you can take that to others. So I think I added it up and I put over 40 hours into this one company for like prep work across like just researching the people at the company, reaching out, prepping for the interviews, trying to get all the info that I wanted to put together for the
Yeah.
interviews locked in.
Wow.
So it was
Because
a
from
lot.
my mindset or my perspective as a coach, for my clients, yeah, I want you to do well in your first interview cycle, but it's also your first interview cycle. Like you're probably not going to get the job
Yeah.
offer from that interview cycle. But what's crazy is, so you tied the record for the fastest job offer in Sword. The other guy, his name's Drew Rupert,
Cool.
and yeah, 9 days, same thing for him, 9 days from his first app. And for both of you, it was your very first interview cycle where you got the offer. So if you can just share for a minute, like you're an outsider, right? You're brand new to tech. You've never done any of this. You come into your very first interview cycle and you have a lot to learn and prepare for. What do you think actually helped you? Like if you were to give advice to the listeners right now, hey, I did this and this really helped, or I really researched this and this was relevant later. Like what can you give right now that's actually going to help people out?
I think by far the biggest thing was your process. Just I know when I'm kind of focusing on one thing, I can go like 100% and then get lost in that, and then there's other areas that I'm not putting any focus on. And so having like a disciplined sort of like, this is what my day is going to look like and this is how I'm going to execute it. Having that consistent allowed me to kind of, put my best like effort in, and then know that that's done, and I can get on to the next thing, and I'm not going to get caught up in whatever specific. Um, I think a big part of it too is just jumping in, knowing that I'm new, like coming from a place of humility over, um, like, oh, I have this all sorted out, because like I needed to ask you a lot of questions. I needed to put a lot of effort into, learning the industry. So having an open mind definitely helped there. And persistence. Like I know it was early on for this specific company, but I'd reached out to multiple SDRs there, and then that I think was a huge one of the guys who was higher up. He ended up referring me to the hiring manager as well, and he loved it. He was like, "This is awesome." So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
I see what you're saying, where it's like when you don't know what you don't know, you're kind of in this place of FOMO and anxiety of like, am I doing enough? Am I doing the right things? And without a blueprint to follow, I feel for people right now that are applying to jobs and they just don't know what you're supposed to do because you get all this fragmented advice like send a LinkedIn message to the recruiter, go talk to a teammate from the company, make sure you practice like this interview question, and you're trying to duct tape all this stuff together into a concise, complete interview presentation. And for us, like in Sword, we have the interview checklist, right? And it's very like it's granular. It's hey, go do this. But the nice thing about that is once you get it done, it's done, and you don't have to worry, am I supposed to be doing more here? Should I be messaging this person and saying this thing, doing this? So for you being an outsider to come in and just have a blueprint, I'm sure that was relieving in some ways.
Oh, it was huge. Like I knew that if it didn't work out with that company, like I put all those hours in because I really wanted to get a feel for it. So the next ones that came up would become like it'd be easier to do them in less time. Um, and so having that blueprint was something where it's like this is my um this is my anchor. And so if it works out, if it doesn't work out, it's fine because I still have this to go back to and it's going to work out eventually.
Yeah. I'm trying to track down a message that here, I'm going to share a screen. I'm going to show this. This is from our Slack conversation. Um, I think this was after your final interview. Here, where do I go? Window, Andrew. All right. So I think you gave me an update. Basically, hey, I feel like I did well in the interview. I did the best I could. It is what it is. You sent me this voice memo. And my coaching hat, I'm like, yeah, you're probably not going to get this offer. So I'm trying to like set expectations with you. Like, amazing. At
Right.
worst, you proved you can land one of these offers in no time. So if it's not the right place, that means God has something else for you. He will make that clear, but I'm excited for you. So I was trying to like manage your expectations a bit. Like, don't get too excited and too
Yeah.
attached to this one job because odds are it's not going to be the one. But then, yeah, I think the next day, yeah, you told me about the offer and everything. So, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I had a feeling, but
Yeah, you never know, and that's the other thing. Tips for the listeners is like just because you think you're doing well in an interview process, don't give up on applying and stuff because you never know till that PDF is signed.
right.
So much could happen. So.
Hmm.
What did it feel like to get the offer? Do you remember the exact scenario? Did they call you or what was the situation?
Yeah, I got a call from the recruiter and he laid out I think it was like an hour-ish call, and he kind of laid out just the basics of like their benefits, what the job kind of entails, different aspects of it, and that they're planning on putting an offer together. Um, and it all happened really fast because it worked out on their end that they could take someone pretty quickly, and then it worked out for me. Obviously, I kind of quit my job to go fully in on this, so I was open to start whenever. Um, but yeah, it was just great. It was a pretty great feeling. It was surreal because it's like everything was so fast up until that point, and then having this like locked in, I was in disbelief because it's like I heard from a lot of podcasts I listened to, and from what I looked into how people get into this industry, like it's gonna take longer than second or third, like getting in as quick as I did. So
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah, our current average is 36 days. Thank you. You helped the average. You bumped it down a day. And that's like someone who like I do this as my job. It takes me 36 days on average to get someone hired. So yeah, man. But it just shows you when you work hard, when you execute, and when you really put that trust in God, everything aligns and works out how it's supposed to every time.
Yeah, exactly.
So now that you're a month
That was
in, you're working from home. I'm curious to hear a little bit about like the dad side. Like what has it been like with your son? How do you feel like things are going to be moving forward? What are you looking forward to now that you get to be kind of like a present dad, working from home, making good money? What does all that look like?
it's a little like looking forward at my career and where I'm at, like I finally feel good. Like I've always had a bit of internal like struggle looking ahead at like what's going to happen, but there's a sense of peace with that now. Like it's a lot of work. Like it's a huge learning curve getting into this. So it's been a lot of long days. But that connection I have with my son, like I have a great setup with him as far as seeing him. I know that as far as he gets older, because he's only 3, so he doesn't really know what it is I do or anything like that, which is expected. But even just what the timing is allowed since working from home and like having that consistent, I can kind of manage my time to fit him into my day when I see him. It's huge. Like having that stability is pretty amazing. And I know as he gets older, things are going to develop. And as I get further into this industry, there's a lot of different roads I can go. But I'm excited for that growth and where that's going to take. So yeah, it's just excitement.
Cool, man. Cool. What would you tell Andrew, who started this journey 2 months ago? Pretty nervous, I'm sure. A lot of stuff to learn. You hadn't done any of this before. If you were to give kind of like your younger self advice, what would you say?
You're making the right decision. But no, I would emphasize uh asking for help when I don't know the answer. Because that was something that I struggled with. Even like, I mean, I did a lot getting into your program and like talking to you and some other people in the industry, but like that was a struggle. And I know the whole process as a whole, and then even now as I'm getting into this, like being a month in the company, like I'm noticing how much of a difference it makes when I actually reach out versus when I'm just trying to manage things on my own. So I have an awesome team here. I love my manager. Everyone's like super open to helping, directing me if they don't know the answer, as it was like with your program. So there's a lot that I didn't know, and I mean, we reached out a lot, but I'm sure that there was more times where I could have reached out, like just knowing going back to that place, there was so much stress going on in my head, just being more open to like, let's deal with this or that. That would have taken a bit of the stress off.
Gotcha. Well, cool, man. On that note of help, obviously, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. And kind of where we go from here is like you're part of Sword. And that's something that I'm doing with all of the Sword members is like once you're in Sword, you're part of Sword. So you're gonna keep one-on-one access to me. And if you need anything, you can just message me. I'll be right there to help you. Have you gotten into the new SDR course at all that I give you or not yet?
A little
Okay.
bit. I remember having that calendar structure was absolutely huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Versus when I didn't, and then when I actually implemented it. Yeah, that I've gotten in. There's more to get into. I haven't gotten through everything, obviously, but
Cool.
it's a huge help.
Cool. Well, I'm here to help you beyond this. The goal isn't just to get you a great job; it's to help you keep it, help you get promoted, stuff like that. So, yeah, y'all, if you're listening, you're trying to get into tech sales. Andrew took him little over 9 days once we got him set up, and his life has changed. So, there's a couple resources linked below. There's a free training down there. There's our free school community that you can join. But if you want to meet with my team to get help like Andrew did one-on-one with me, just grab that link. You should be able to fill it out and you'll jump on a call with my team to see if we can help you out or not. Andrew, congrats, bro. I'm so proud of you.